Hello, Scrappy Peeps. Suzanna here today for Ellie's Studio, and it is the 10th, which means today is release day. I am using a lot of the add-ons, so that is what you see there to create this large photo layout here. So I have printed the printables as well as used some of the digital cut files to create with this large photo. It's printed on 12 by 12 paper, so the rest of the photo paper, which is matte paper, is what I have to create that space. It's pretty much down the bottom half. It actually may be slightly less than half. So I've printed, I've got two of the cards there, and you can see I've pulled out everything that is fuchsia and what is labeled as teal in this collection, and as well as the goodies. And a lot of what I'm using is actually not kit based here because a lot of the color palette is actually pulled from the add-ons. Also this month, and I am not creating with any of that here, but if you have a book lover, be sure to check out the new release because there's a really great stamp set as well as some stickers for readers. So what I am doing here is just, there's a lot of green in this photo, and so I want to pull in a little bit more of the fuchsia. That one child there in the fuchsia shirt is my daughter. She decided she didn't like the I'll call it team, but it's not team, but the group shirt. And so she just wore whatever it was that she happened to be wearing that day, which I love for this photo because it stands out and it gives me that second color for my color palette there. So I want to have something up the top there that is just going to define the top edge and integrate those colors that I'm going to use throughout the page. And I really want to use that fuchsia again to draw your attention to her in that lineup of kids there. So what the kids are doing is here they are, I believe it's one of the water balloon games, one where you toss it to your partner and then you take a step back and you toss it to your partner, and if you drop the balloon then you're out of the game. And last man standing wins, or last woman in this case, or man and or woman. So I have staggered the three different 3x4 cards that you can see there, and I'm going to use both a combination of these Jane Tile Alpha stickers as well as the fuchsia stickers to create the title, and the title is going to be Center Field Day. It was field day at the end of the school year for these kids. So that is one of the this rated stickers that you can see I just put on my trimmer handle. I know I want to use it, but I want to get this title laid out before I decide where anything else is going to go. On working on the matte photo paper, once things are down, I cannot pull them back up again because the stickers stick so well to the matte surface that things are not pull-upable. Yes, that is a word. It's a Suzanna word once you stick them down. So I found, it took a while, but I found my second center line ruler there. And I don't use it so much for the center line as I use it for the line that's the lines, the quarter mark lines, so that I can line everything up partially onto the ruler and then pull it off. And I don't want it as thick as my regular rulers that I use because then it's much harder to pull off and get everything stuck on the page. So I know what the title is going to be. I do go in after the fact. I'm going to do this off camera and add 2022 to this, so you can see, you'll see where this finally ends up. And that's the beauty of this, is you can move it around. So I have that gap to the right of field day, and while I like white space, I wanted something there. It just felt like a hole, not white space. And there's a difference between the two. A hole means filmy. White space means a place for your eye to rest, and not white space is an integral part of the design. A hole means I need more in the design to be filled here. So those are the August labels that I am cutting apart there. I felt like I needed a little bit more green. There's a very dominant amount of green in the photo, but I felt like I needed some down below in order to balance that. So I love that label there. It also filled up some of the hole in the white space. And so I'm going to use that so that you can see there's a lot of space to journal and or just cards that kind of, I don't know that I had that much journaling, and I was not able to convince her that she needed to write on that layout, nor did I ask her, to be fair, because she is sitting right next to me. And so I journaled myself, and a lot of it is more just sort of space holder to add to the design in the storytelling and memory recording process there. So you can see I've got those fuchsia. It's hard to remember to say fuchsia because to me that's purple. Just those fuchsia die cut hearts that are from the what paper stack? This is the Good Times paper stack. And so I've got the innards as well as the outwards, and I am going to again off camera. I see a lot of things off camera and I forget to turn the camera back on. I'm also one of these people who will add a little star after the fact, and then as I'm taking the pictures I'm like, it really could use something else, and so I go in and add yet something more. It's constantly evolving, my layouts. So just adding a little bit more purple up here to get a somewhat wider embellishment cluster up the top there. So this is that This Rated sticker, which is perfect for book readers, but you can use it for much more than the book theme that it was intended to go with. Like I'm using it here for field day. A movie, you can rate anything that can be rated, that is perfect for. So these are the super awesome notebook die cut shapes. I'm not sure if you saw earlier on in the video, but there are lots of shapes. There are stars, there are hearts, there are rectangles, there are labels, and it gives you a journaling spot. I used it not so much again to have the journaling spot, but to have that star, and you'll see once I get that other star down, it balances out and provides a visual triangle. I am going to tell you that the video is going to cut off shortly, and unfortunately when I did hit record on the second one, it didn't come up. So this is the finished layout. Thank you for stopping in today. If you have any questions about the part that you did not see of the process, please don't hesitate to ask in the box down below, but you can see what it ended up being in these close-ups. I hope you love this new kit and add-ons as much as I do. Be sure to check the description box down below for links to those goodies. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.